Hey, how you doing? I'm Pete, founder of Growth Models. Basically, I sell stuff online. Sometimes I'm successful, and I share with other people what's working so that they can sell more stuff online. What I want to talk about today is why I started doing $1 products. I guess if I put the dollar sign there, it's just a that. But I used to take this old approach of marketing, which everybody does, and why I think that it's not broken, but it just takes a long time. So to get money back and all of this, and really, I'm an impatient man. I want to see daily Stripe notifications as soon as I set something live. So the common approach that most people would do, and is sort of spoken about by everybody else, is to run your acquisition, or as I call it, the attraction mechanism. How do you get people from social media, whatever, to your brand, whether it's ads, SEO, social, organic social, whether it's partnerships, whatever. How do you get them in? And then this is essentially, at this point, it's a rented audience. You don't own that audience. It's LinkedIn, it's Twitter or X, it's Facebook, it's whoever. They own that audience. And you're putting them through to some sort of sales page, some sort of thing. And you'll have a lead magnet here. And that is then where you turn them from a rented audience into an owned audience. And the final stage is a monetized audience, right? And in an ideal world, it would be as simple as this. You publish free content. They come through, they get, your template, your quick start guide, your whatever, as a lead magnet, so you get their email address. And then you nurture them to the sales page. And that's where you make the money, right? Sounds super simple. The fact is, there's some real big problems with this. What ends up happening for most people is that there is, in fact, a stage that few people talked about, which this is like the nurture stage. And once you've collected somebody's email address, they're not necessarily going to just then convert into a paying customer. And depending on the offer, this nurture stage can take quite some time. So let's say that you've got a $7 front end offer, like an ebook or something, a very common approach. That's going to be a very quick consideration cycle for the person, because they're like, oh, great, wonderful. But most people don't make money off that. It's a self-liquidating offer. If you want to make them money, what you have to do is you have to nurture them over time, because you're looking at $1,000 plus, a recurring fee kind of thing. And that takes weeks or months to then get this. And if you're using ads here, the payback period is a very long time. And I know plenty of businesses who have gone out of business because this is the payback period. So this is the cost, this is your time. You pay this much to acquire a customer, it takes this long to break even, and then you make profit, right? And this could be 6 months, right? Can you wait 6 months to make any money? Especially if you're putting a lot of money into ads, into creation, whatever. Most of us can't wait that long. So my whole concept with the $1 product offer, which I'm going to explain here, is to essentially make this much short, so you can pay, but you get at least break even very quickly, and profit might be slower, but at least then you're not losing money every single day. You're getting back to break even point as soon as possible. And so, rather than do all of this where it's a lead magnet, essentially what we're doing is we're cutting out the lead magnet and we're putting a super, super low cost offer, $1. And I use $1 as a test. The whole system and everything is outlined in the link below this video for the $1 product challenge, where run you through, you get all the templates and all of this sort of stuff. And that started out as $1 for me to validate this as a potential thing. I know if somebody will pay $1 for it, somebody will pay 10. If somebody will pay 10, somebody will pay 100. But that's not the real reason that I do it at $1. It's not just a validation thing. What it does is it massively reduces that timeline for payback period for a couple of different reasons. Most people, when they take the free approach of like, here's a free lead magnet, all of this sort of stuff, most of those people, what you end up with is what I call takers. These are leads who, my writing on this is awful. Takers, these are people who come along and they find your thing and they think, oh, that's nice to have. I'll get that and I'll put it in a Google folder, or somewhere like their download folder or something. This is nice to have. I'll get round to that one day. When there's no cost to it, there's zero threat. So you get a lot of leads. Very few of them are actually qualified leads for your business. Very few of them are actually ever going to turn it into business, because a lot of people think that's nice to have and then they forget about it. You have to keep hitting them. with marketing to keep top of mind, to help them get value out of that lead magnet, and also to then basically turn them into a high ticket customer. What I want to focus on is I want to focus on the givers. These are people who are willing to pay for good information. These people don't think that the information is nice to have. They think that the information is something they need to have. And a couple of things happen when you get people to pay even $1 for a product, right? One, they're actually going to go and use that offer that you've given them, which is going to help keep you top of mind, because they're like, oh, you know what? I had this really cool thing. It was super cheap, great value for money. It was from this person called, insert your name. They're going to be more likely to do it because people want to get their money's worth. There's this weird psychological switch where even if you pay a small amount of money, you don't want to feel like you've been ripped off. Not only are you sort of deterring the takers who are just like, that's nice to have, I'll put it in a folder, and you're getting people like, this might help me actually solve the problem, but they're actually going to use it. That's really key to then getting them into those high ticket offers later down the line. Let's just take that. So basically for the upsells to your high ticket offer, then this is a much shorter nurture sequence that you can then take, you know, rather than months, it can be days or weeks to get this through. I did this with a brand new offer to a cold audience, had 29, I think it was, people take this and a couple of bump offers and stuff to get $300. The high ticket offer had one person do it, all in 10 days, close $4,000. Brand new offer, completely cold audience. Because charging even a nominal fee for this kind of thing here identifies the givers, people who have a desperate need where they want the problem solved, so that those upsells are then much higher, much easier to sell to them. Not only that, but they value what you give them more because they're going to be more invested in getting a return on that investment. And because you know that they have a pressing need in which they're willing to pay for something right now, this nurture cycle here is so much shorter, because you'll be like, the upsells, the bump offers, the high ticket offers and all of that are a faster way for them to overcome the problem that they're willing, that you know that they're willing to pay to remove. So basically, that is why I'm kind of shifting everything that I'm doing. And I've been in this game for like 11 years at this point. From that freebie offer thing, like, oh, I get this free lead magnet, I'm getting rid of all of that. And I am instead focusing on how to attract the givers. Offer them a $1 offer. I've put the full system together that I've used to launch now a couple of different products successfully, and that are still cash flowing daily, which is wonderful, with very little promotion from me. And now I'm just starting the promotion for those things because I know that the sales pages and everything work and people will pay for it because the offer is good, and that those people turn into high ticket offers, so I know I'm going to get my return. But the whole system that I still use right now is linked below this video. You can click on that and you will get through to the actual thing, and you can get all of the templates, the actual system, how it breaks down, so that you can set one of these up for yourself within 2 weeks. Check it out. If you have any questions, we've got a community where you can ask any questions. Go to community.growthmodels.co to ask questions. There's a free area. But if you really want to scale your business and start attracting leads at a profit and making some quick money, check out the $1 product challenge. It's a game changer for all this stuff. Trust me.